Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and welcome back to my channel. So I am in my garage, as you can see, and half of our stuff is still out here from when we moved to the new place. I promised you guys some DIY / home content once I moved here, so I guess this would be my first. A couple of months ago, I started getting into houseplants, and this last weekend we went and got a bunch of them. I just mean 5. We have a lot more space in this new place now, and I just want to make sure that there is a pop of green everywhere. So the plants are still in like the plastic pots that they come in when I get them from the greenhouse, and so I'm just going to be repotting them into nice terracotta or ceramic homes. The problem is a lot of the pots that I bought them because they were cute, but some of them don't have drainage holes, so we'll be doing this today, creating some drainage holes. I thought it would be just enough to maybe put some drainage sponge down, but one of my good friends, Dana, advised me that I should really put drainage holes in anyway. I'm outside, so I'm sorry if you can hear traffic. As far as tools go, you are going to need electric drill. This is the one we have in the garage. And you're going to need these like diamond tipped ceramic tile cutting drill bits. I bought a set off of Amazon. This is completely overkill. I did not need all of these sizes, but this is what they look like. And you can see that there is that like kind of diamond coating on the top here. And that's what's going to be making that hole in your ceramic or terracotta pots. Depending on the pot size, I'm going to be going with the 14 or the 16 millimeter. And you want to be safe, so don't forget your safety glasses. Make sure they cover the sides. So I'm inserting that diamond tipped bit into my drill, just making sure that it's not going to come out. And then I am just putting some water on the bottom of my pot. I think this just prevents it from getting super hot, and I'm pinching this in between my knees so that it doesn't go anywhere. I'm starting really slow at an angle, just going slow, starting this, making sure that there is like a little lip. And then I rotate the drill slowly so that it's up and down. If you start just like this, it will likely slip. So that's why I start at an angle and then rotate down. Eventually, you have to be patient with it. It does take quite a while, especially if your pot is really thick. It will go through. So I sped up that last part, and here is where it punches through and you stop it. Mine came out of the drill. Not sure what happened. So some of these other pots have drain holes. I'm just gonna unplug them. Because these don't have like a dish, and I didn't get a dish for these to sit in, I am going to be cutting some foam, so like drainage foam, to go on the bottom of them just to help the soil not seep out when it does need to drain. So I am just doing my best to cut this down to the right size. I was reading that some people like to put pebbles on the bottom of theirs. When we were at the store, we just found the sponge first, so that's the only reason why I'm going with it. I'm sure pebbles probably would have been cheaper. By the way, I feel like now is a good time to say, because I am a new plant mom, please give me some advice if I'm doing any of this wrong. That looks like it fits pretty good. So in this pot, I'm going to be repotting this guy. I do not know how to pronounce him, but this is the label. I'm going to be mixing my dirt in a random popcorn bucket I have around the house. Google tells me that this guy probably likes some potting soil that is aerated with a bit of perlite, so I'm going to just be mixing that in the bucket. So I'm mixing the potting soil, which is technically already a mix, but it didn't look like it had quite enough perlite in there, so I just put a little bit of perlite into the mix as well. And I'm using gloves here just because I don't want this getting all kind of into my fingernails. I'm just kind of mixing it together, reassessing the ratio of dirt versus perlite, and then grabbing some handfuls and putting this on the bottom of this pot. I'm spreading it out, making sure that there are no clumps in there either. So I want to make a good base, and the idea is to like measure the plant as it kind of fills up from the bottom, and you want to make sure that there's enough soil on the bottom, but not too much where like your plant is sticking out way over the top. And then I'm taking the rest of that soil and just putting it in carefully, trying not to make a big mess on my garage floor, trying to just get it into all the crevices around the plant. And I think this turned out pretty good, so I'm going to set this one aside and start on my ZZ plant. This one was just so stuck in its pot. I ended up having to cut it out. It just did not want to come out, and I was afraid I was going to like rip its roots if I tried to just lift it out. So it was
pretty big on the bottom, way bigger than I expected. I did not know ZZs were this wide underneath, and when I put it in the pot, it basically didn't fit, and I was trying really hard to scrape some of the excess like dry dirt off of it. I was trying to minimize the dirt that was in there. I even tried a different pot, and it just would not fit. So I was just like panicking, and I was like, I need to just go get another pot that's big enough.
I forgot to measure the pot before I left, so I had to text my husband, but it was a 6-inch, so I need an 8-inch or bigger. Okay, I got distracted by this plant stand. Look at how cute it is. It's 25 bucks. I am picking this up. So back to the task at hand. I think I'm going to pick up this guy. So it is a 8-inch planter with this stand. It says it fits 6-inch plants if you want to just plop like a plant directly into it, but it's already pulled out, so I think this will work. This is what happens when I'm unsupervised at a Home Depot. So this guy does not have a drainage hole, but it's got like a little indent here for one. So I'm just gonna drill right through here, be right back. So this one might actually be a terracotta pot instead of a ceramic pot because of the color the water turned.
This planter was quite deep, so it did take quite a bit of dirt on the bottom, but the ZZ fit in there so nicely, and I'm so happy with how this turned out. So then in this one that was supposed to be the ZZ, we are going to put the Pothos. Pothos likes peat moss in their soil. I act like I know what I'm talking about, but I'm really just Googling it. So I am going to take the rest of that soil mixture and just add some peat moss in. This one, as you can see, it is quite root bound, so I'm glad that I was able to give this one a new home. It really needed the extra room. I know some of the other ones weren't quite ready, but I really wanted to give them all new pots before winter. So there's the Pothos in the pretty pink pot. I actually think this one suits the plant quite well, so I think it worked out as long as the ZZ plant didn't panic while I was gone. As you can tell, I'm losing sunlight, and the garage light just like is not flattering, and I just don't think it's going to give me enough space to really show you what I'm doing, so I'm gonna stop there. I hope you have enjoyed my first bit of house content. There will probably be more plant content if I can keep these guys alive, so if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!